Welcome back to the lecture series of CPCD Module 1. So, today we will learn about the statements. Till now, we learned how to make words out of the alphabets. We know the various characters which are valid in C++, and we know how to perform the various operators in C++. So, it's all about making some words. Now we will be learning some statements. So, statement can be utilized as a sentence in any language. A group of sentences is called as statements. So, the statements, even the sentence can be the sentence is itself meaningful or it conveys all the things. It is a statement by default. Or you may need some a group of sentences. It's called a paragraph to execute a command. So statements are fragments of the C++ program that are executed in sequence. The body of any function is a sequence of statements. For example, you please go through this problem. We do have the library function, input output string, then the namespace std. So this is the main function. We consider now only the main function integer main bracket curly bracket. If we define integer n equal to 1, it is a declaration statement because we are declaring that the value of n is equal to 1. In the next line, so we have a semicolon here to end the statement. As a next statement, we have n is equal to n plus 1. This is called as an expression statement because we are telling that whenever you are using n after the statement, n is should be incremented by a unit value. So it is an expression statement. Cout to give the output. Cout in inverted commas we have n equal to give the value of n. Then n line. This is an expression statement. Return 0. It is a return statement. So these are the so that means a function is a combination of various statements, and this statement, the single line is a meaningful statement or a meaningful sentence which can be taken as a statement. The C++ includes the following types of statements. One is a simple statement, compound statement, expression statements, iteration statements, jump statements, selection statements, and declaration statements. Let's see what are they. Simple statement. From the name itself, it is very clear. A simple statement is a computation terminated by a semicolon. So every statement is terminated by a semicolon. Variable definitions and semicolon terminated expressions are the examples. So suppose integer I. We are just defining there is an integer called I. It is an declaration statement. Even if you didn't give any value to this one, you just declared the integer I. Plus I. So this is a meaningful one because it's a pre-increment operator. Then double D is equal to 2.3456. Double D means the float value. It is a declaration statement. We are giving the value of for D as 2.3456. Next is D plus 5. This is actually an useless statement because you are not giving this value to any other variable. So this single statement doesn't convey anything to the C++. So compound statement. You can guess what it is. A compound statement is a sequence of zero or more statements enclosed within curly braces. So it is a series of statements. It is enclosed between the curly brackets, curly braces. Yeah. So compound statements are frequently used in selection and loop statements. We'll see what it is. They enable you to write loop bodies that are more than one statement long, amongst other things. A compound statement is sometimes called as a block statement. So you can see this problem. If x is greater than 5, so this is the start of a if statement, then you going into the function. So suppose you are giving a value of x here, and if the value of x given by you is 10, then this condition holds good. Then the control will go into the function. Otherwise, it will jump out of the function. Right? Suppose if this was 3, if you give 3, the user input is 3, then this function won't be executed because this condition is not true. And mentally that this curly braces is a subpart of this main statement. Okay, so start of a block by curly braces. You are defining integer n equal to 1 declaration statement. Count, sorry, C out n is an expression statement. So that means the value of n will be displayed. Next, we have the expression statement. So, expression statement, we have seen what is an expression statement. An expression followed by a semicolon is a statement. Most statements in a typical C++ program are expression statements such as assignments or function calls. An expression statement without an expression is called null statement. It is often used to provide an empty body to a for or while loop. It is a null statement. So then we have a set of statements called as the iteration statement. Suppose you want to go for some trial and error or how to perform some task repeatedly, you use the iteration statements. One important statement is the while loop. Then we have do while, for loop, and range for loop. We'll see that in detail. Then we have another type of statements called as the gem statements. It include a break statement, continue statement, return statement with an optional expression, return statement using list initialization, and you have the go to statement. Uh, just go through this problem. C++ user input. This problem is meant to understand or teach you how the user input works because we never give any value to the C++ till now. This is a program within the function. We have taken only the main statement. So please do mind that we have the header files, input, out, manipulator, or IO stream, then namespace std. All things comes main. Everything comes. We have shown here only the important functional statements. So we define integer x, C out, type a number. Yeah. So the display will give you like type a number. Type a number, press enter. Then C input. So the type number will be taken as input as x. Then C out, your number is x. Display the input value. So okay, so when the program is running, C out, type a number. So initially type a number will come here, which ends with this colon. Then there will be a blinking cursor. It is meant for the user to enter any number. So you can enter any number. Suppose you're typing 3 here, it will be displayed 3 here, 5 means 5 here. Then C input X, so the value taken into the uh, problem, and then you have the C out, your number is 3. So whatever you given here will come as the output. See this problem here. Two variables are defined: integer x and y. Then one more variable, integer sum. See how type a number. So type a number will come taken as x. C in as x. See how type another number. So two number, because x and y you need, right? So x and y will be taken. Then sum is done inside the problem. S equal sum is equal to s plus y. Then see out sum is sum. So initially the type a number. This will come here. Type a number that will be asking the user to input value. If the user is inputting 3, it will come here. Then again that value taken as 3. Then again see out type another number. Type another number. Again suppose the user is inputting 4. It taken as the y value. Then sum is equal to s plus y. So the sum 3 plus 4 7 will be displayed here. Now we will focusing on output option. Integer main, the main program, cout hello world. So cout the hello world, directly the hello world will come here. Cout I am learning C++. So I told and I'm again repeating that why we are providing this backslash n. So this, if you didn't provide this backslash n, then hello world and I am learning C++ will come in a single line. So to avoid that, you are giving a sentence break like this: hello world with a exclamation, and I am learning C++. Telling if you didn't provide this one, I will come just after the exclamation. So it will be a single line. Let's see here. Yeah, here you have provided two n. That means a space will come in between. See, a space came in between. The another problem, and intro your stream using STD main your hello world. Yeah, this is it. Just demonstrate that the backslash n can be replaced by n line e and l, which will be same substitute for the backslash n. Please note one more thing, that this backslash n should come within the inverted commas, and this n line should come after the arrow marks. That is the main difference in giving these values. So, hello world, uh, I'm running C++. Suppose we give again two arrow marks n line here, then the space will come similar to the second problem. Okay, then this is a command. So just hello world, just displaying hello world here, and same thing. Okay, next we have the selection statement. So we just told about the iteration statement and the gem statement. Selection statements are there, which will make the program to select the values required or select the execution in a defined manner. Decision making structures require that the programmer specify one or more conditions to be evaluated or tested by a program, along with a statement or statements to be executed if the condition is determined to be true, and optionally other statements to be executed if the condition is determined to be false. So you'll be having a problem. Suppose this condition is true, then execute the next line. If it's not true, it will jump out and execute the another line. You'll see the problem. It is also known as the control statements or branching statement. Okay, let's see this problem. It is an if statement. This is just an algorithm or a flow chart which shows what is happening inside the problem. So when you do a coding in C++, the two things are there. One is the algorithm. Algorithm is the uh, way by which we will proceed, or it's the concept of solving the problem, and flowchart is the demonstration in a pictorial way. So you will have the problem will go to condition. Condition, if it is true, it will perform the conditional code and give you the result. If it is false, then another statement will be executed. This is common for if statement and if else statement and switch statement. We'll see the problem in one by one. So basically, you have the selection statements of five types: if statement, then if else statement, switch statement, nested if, and nested switch. So using the if, you have one, two, three. If else, nested if, then switch and nested switch. We'll see what it is by looking to the problem. Okay, first one is the if statement. An if statement consists of a Boolean expression followed by one or more statement. That means the syntax. We are only focusing on this basic or the main part of the problem. We are just not again repeatedly writing the header files and the using namespace std and main c, and we are just going on to the main important portion of the problem. So if Boolean expression, if some expression is given, then if it is true, then it will be executed. Otherwise, it will jump out. So the condition, if it is true, it will be going to the conditional code and executed. If it is false, that will jump out of the series problem to demonstrate that. This is the full problem. So we have, yeah, see here, we just shown only from if problem, only from if we have shown. This is the full setup of problem. Hash include, then space, arrow, input output string. Yeah, there is no semicolon, repeatedly telling. Using space, namespace, space, std, ends with semicolon. Then this space is not a problem. Yeah, then integer, main, brackets, curly braces, local variable declaration. This won't be read by the problem as it is in the forward slash mode. This will be read integer a is equal to 10 and with semicolon. So we defined just the integer a. There's one more option. Even if we can define integer a, then semicolon, then again a is equal to 10. So instead of giving two statements, we can define both things, like defining the a as an integer and value 10 in a single statement. Next, we have check the Boolean condition. This is the main condition. If a is less than 10, 20. So we have given the value of 10. So there is no user input required. Already the values are inside the problem. Yeah, this condition is true. If this condition is true, then print the following. If as the condition is true, it will go C out A is less than 20. It will print like that. A is less than 20. Everything will come within the inverted commas, then n line, then come out C out value of A is A n line returns 0. So this as this condition is true, this curly braces start from here to here. This will be displayed. It will come out of the problem. The value of a is 10. So output a is less than. So here a is less than 20. True. Then value of a is 10. So this makes the if statement. We'll see the if else statement. So this is basically one more branching happening to the if statement. So you have a condition. If condition is true, then it will go to the if code. If condition is false, then there will be a set of else conditions which will be executed and giving to the value. So previously you don't have an else condition because that will jump out of the problem. Now you have a else condition. An if statement can be followed by an optional else statement which executes when the Boolean expression is false. If the Boolean expression evaluates to true, then if the block of code will be, so then the if block of code will be executed, otherwise the else block of code will be executed. So syntax is like this. This is the flowchart. This is syntax. If some expression with a curly bracket, you have suppose this condition is true, then the statement will be executed. If it is wrong, directly jump to the else. This is check this condition. If this is true, this will be executed. If this is also wrong, it will be directly jump out of the problem. We'll see a problem. Example. So just only the main part is there without the header files. We are defining integer time is equal to 22 semicolon. If time is less than 10, you know 22 is not less than 10. So see out good morning won't be displayed because as this condition is wrong, the problem control will directly jump to here else. Else if time is less than 20, this condition is also not correct because 22 is higher than 20. Then also this condition won't be executed. Again it come out of the control else. See out good evening. So this is the third condition which is free from the internal condition. So directly see out good evening will be rendered. So output good evening only. I think it's very clear for. Now we have the switch statement. A switch statement allows a variable to be tested for equality against a list of values. Each value will be called as a case, and the variable being switched on is checked for each case. So in the flowchart shows like expression is there. If expression, we have a different cases defined. So based on the expression, it will switch to a case one, then the result case two, case three, or default. If nothing comes, then come to default some code. Is a problem. This is a syntax. A switch some expression is there. In this expression case X means it will be executed, then break come out of the problem. Case Y, then executed, then break come out of the problem, and then this. So this break is used to come out of the expressions. We'll see this problem to make it clear. Here it is defined integer day is equal to 4. Integer day is equal to 4. Then the condition starts. Switch day. Day is a switch portion. Curly bracket case 1. Case 1 is see out Monday, then break. Case 2 is see out Tuesday, break. Case 3, see out. So, as we have defined the fourth case will be executed. Right. So, the problem will check for the value for case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. Directly see out Thursday. This will be executed and come out of the loop. So, output Thursday. This is the switch statement. Okay. Suppose if you change this value to 6, then Saturday will be displayed as the output. Break will make the, because all the cases are defined within the two curly braces. So break will enable the control to come out of this main curly brace. That's the break option. Then we have the nested if else statement. It is always legal to nest if else statement, which means you can use one if or else if statement inside the other for the else if statements. So this we'll see the flowchart first. Start if condition is false, then some other condition will be executed. Then come to the main problem. If it is true, it comes to the main body problem. Syntax is if Boolean expression one is true, then executes when the Boolean expression one is true. Then again we have the if inside one if. Okay, so if Boolean expression is true, then execute this function, then come out of that. So basically, this is like some if is there inside the main if function. That is then the nested if else statement. This one is nested switch. It is possible to have a switch as a part of the statement sequence of an outer switch, even if the case constants of the inner and outer switch contain common values. No conflicts will arise in this case. C++ specifies at least 257 56 levels of nesting be allowed to switch statement. You will see this problem. It's basically on the nested switch. You can see the hash include input output stream using namespace std, integer main, local variable declaration. This not be executed by the problem. Compiler integer a equal to 100 semicolon integer b is equal to 200 semicolon switch a case 100 see out this is part of outer switch. Okay, so we have switch a. Means we have defined two values integer a and integer b. Suppose a is case 100 because switch 100, so directly this part output switch will come to the this output. Yeah. So then again it will come to switch b case 200 is true. Then this is part of inner switch. It will be displayed here. It will come out. Then see out exact value of a is yeah, calling the value a value is 100. Calling the value of b is 200. Yeah. So this shows how the nested switch will work because you have a switch inside the switch because here the curly brace is started and this curly brace is opening here, then again it's opening here, not closing, then two closing are the last. So this, the control will come into the switch A, then inside this one it is coming to the switch B. So it's called as a nested switch statement. Yeah. So the problems of these uh, different statements we will see in the next class.